that are hard hit.
Well, you know, we're going to talk to Emily in the next segment. She's been one of the leaders at the plate, but the other one is joining us, and thank you for joining us. Emma Davis is on the team, and she might be a little bit nervous because we called her out with like a minute left before 7 o'clock. She had no idea she was going to be on the air tonight, but here she is.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for stepping up and joining us. I was just looking at the stats, you know, of the last couple of games, and you've been, you know, doing great things at the plate.
Yes, sir.
You know, you heard what Coach Julio Ortiz had to say. Tell us about what you're thinking about when you step up to the plate and what's going through your mind.
Well, I know that I've taken the role as leadoff this year so far, so just in my head, I'm thinking, like, I got to do a job for my team and get on base so I could show otherwise by stealing base or something like that, just doing a job and scoring runs.
Using your speed.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of times we see in softball the leadoff hitter trying to do slapping the ball and using their speed to get on. You see it a lot with left-handed hitters. What side of the plate are you?
I'm right-handed.
That's what I thought. So slap hitting is a little, you know, maybe not as much because you don't want to hit it to the right side.
Right.
That's a disadvantage for you. Plus you have an extra step or so coming out of the plate. Are you looking to slap it, or what's your approach there?
Well, sometimes whenever I try to bunt, I kind of run out the box, but I'm not looking for slapping. I'm just looking to try to get the bunt down.
Okay, so mainly trying to bunt it down third base line if you can.
Yes, sir.
Have pitchers starting to catch on to what you're doing and maybe throwing it outside or trying to get you to chase something?
Sometimes, and I kind of read the corners to see where they're at and see where I can get it down.
I mean, that's a real art to bunting the ball because you got the bat out there and the ball's coming. You got to make a split decision to either pull the bat back or, you know, put the bat on the ball.
And Emma does a really good job of it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off,
You're
but
good.
I've got to give you props. So she does a really good job at the plate because she works the count in her favor. And not only can she put the button down and run, but she can also hit the ball in the gap, you know, and you know, hit doubles and triples, which, you know, is kind of unique for a leadoff that's able to do all that at once. You know, we put her in that role because she's capable of doing that.
Well, tell us just a little bit about yourself. We have about a minute left. You know, tell us about you. What year at Menard are you, and what are the things you're interested in?
I'm a freshman at Menard, and I've been playing since my 7th grade year, and I do softball and basketball, so I'm pretty busy all the time, but it's fun. I like it.
Yeah, in fact, you were just down in Hammond for the semifinals. Second
Yes,
year in a
sir.
row the girls made the Final Four. I saw your name, you know, I recognized all the softball names
Yes, sir.
that were on the roster for the girls basketball team. Congratulations there, and
Thank you.
and for a young player being the leadoff, you know, that's saying something.
Yes, sir. I definitely enjoy it. It makes me happy.
Well, you did a great job
Thank you.
at the last minute stepping up here. Coach Ortiz, Emma Davis, and Sophia Scully. Sophia, you didn't get a word in, but you got your own
I'm
segment
just
coming.
chilling. I'm chilling.
This is our intern. We're just glad to have her. She's from LSUA. She wasn't expected to be here tonight either.
Glad to be here, guys.
But she watched the LSUA boys win the conference championship
Yeah, it
tonight.
was an awesome game.
Yep. We're going to be back with more Around the Diamond when we come back. Laney Smith and Emily DeSille will join us. We got more. You're watching Around the Diamond on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
There are some things in life you can fix, and some things are better left to the professionals. When your vehicle has transmission problems, what will you do? Go where you know.
Go where you know, certified transmission.
Let's go.
And we're back at Buffalo Wild Wings for Around the Diamond with Lainey Smith, one of the assistant coaches here at Holy Savior Menard Central High School and the Lady Eagles, and that's Emily DeSalle making faces. You know, it's great. You are a senior and a senior leader, Emily, so thanks for joining us. And back with us is Sophia Scully. Lainey, let's talk a little bit about the pitching side of things, and we're going to talk to you about pitching and hitting, Emily. But let's start out about pitching and your kind of thought process when you're working with the girls.
So every game is different. We base who we start based on our opponent, and a lot of times we go with Kaylee because she's our fastest arm, and then we'll bring Emily in because she's got a little bit more movement on the outside corner. But again, it all depends on our opponent and what we're trying to accomplish.
So when you have a starter going and things aren't going exactly like you want, how difficult is it for a pitcher to come in, and come in maybe with the bases loaded, and maybe no outs or one out, and you've lost the lead, or just they've taken a big lead and you got to stop it. Let's talk to you, Emily. When you're coming in as a substitute, how difficult is that?
I kind of just rely on my defense to have my back. All Coach Laney and Coach Scully really want is for me to pump the zone and get strikes. And I feel like I kind of do that pretty well. I'm more consistent than I have been in the past, and my defense is able to make plays behind me and get me out of the inning.
So trying to control those emotions, or you just know, hey, I'm going in, it is what it is. I got to do my best.
They pretty much prepare me whenever I'm going to go in. Like, if Kaylee's off the previous inning, they'll warm me up while we're hitting, and I'm able to go in and throw.
Yeah, it might be even a little more difficult, when you're in the field, because when you're in the field, you're playing shortstop.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're called on. What are some of the things, like, do you have a little sign for her, to say, hey, look, we're about to get mentally ready?
See, this weekend it actually happened. We were in the middle of a game against Pitkin, and I had actually not warmed Emily up yet, and we got into a little bit of trouble during an inning. So as soon as we got back in, Emily went to the bullpen, got straight to work, and I think she maybe threw 10 pitches after her warm-ups, and then she went on the mound, and we got 3 up, 3 down. So it really, it just depends. And sometimes you get in those situations where you're not really prepared for it, but when you've got a player like her that's willing to do whatever it takes for her teammates, it works out pretty well.
I know a lot of people who watch baseball and even softball, with on the college level, you'll see the coaches go out, call time, have a conversation on the mound, and at that point are you going, hey, get your mindset, we might be coming in, how does that work for the pitcher that's on the mound at the time? I mean, because you're basically saying, hey, look, you only got a couple of batters left, or maybe just one batter left.
Yeah. In that instance, I just continue to tell the girls to encourage the pitcher, whether it's Kaylee or Sophie or Emily, and then we start kind of looking at our defense and how we're going to shift it depending on who's on the mound. But I usually try to encourage my pitchers to finish the inning, finish what you started.
Well, let's move over to the hitting side too. Emily, you're a terror at the plate. Last year, double-digit home runs, and in multiple games, a couple of home runs a game. You've got 3 on the year. Had another one, Friday night?
Was it? Yeah, I think it was against
Ouachita Parish.
Yes.
And that was at your third.
Yes.
So, what's your mindset coming in? What's that pitch you're looking for? Is it different from back-to-back?
I think my go-to pitch is low, middle out. I feel like that's what I hit the ball really well. Coach Scully told us the other day, the first 2 strikes are for us and then the last is for the team, and I feel like I have that mindset all the time. The first 2 strikes, I'm trying to swing out of my shoes, hit the ball out of the park. My teammates rely on me for that. I feel like, I don't know. But the last strike is definitely for my teammates, and you just got to put the ball in play.
That's a great comment. You know, the fact that you get the first two, but then that last one, make sure that it's going to be something that you can drive somewhere, you know, and make the other team make a play. But he gives you the freedom to go after the first two. What's the difference this year from last year for you? Are the pitchers approaching you differently?
I started playing as an 8th grader, and I feel like all pitchers have kind of not let me hit sometimes. They kind of push the strike zone. They throw me outside because they know inside I'll probably crush. I do think that they don't really want me to hit sometimes. We played, who was it?
Winfield.
Winfield, and we were down by like 4, and they were 2 base runners on, and they intentionally walked me, and I'm like, well, dang. I mean, we still would have been losing if I would have hit one out, but.
And I go, I tell her all the time, you know, that's just a respect thing.
Yeah.
You know, some people, you know, situations, I know she wants to hit, but you gotta realize that's a respect thing. And a lot of coaches from around this area and outside of this area know who you are, and, you know, they respect you as a hitter.
I called a game one time, and it was bases loaded, and the guy stepping up to the plate was a home run hitter. I think he had like 24 home runs already, and they intentionally walked him with the bases loaded. Gave up the run rather than, because he could slap the ball all over the place. So you hit the ball in the gap, and you got 2-3 runs. You don't necessarily need a clear the bases home run to score a couple. So it is definitely a respect thing for you. I got to know, when you step up there, are you looking, if they're trying to pitch you outside and it's just right there, are you swinging out of your shoes and reaching over to grab it?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to swing at a ball, but, I mean, if it's in my groove, I'm definitely going to try and swing for the fences.
Well, you know, the other night they had Terry Matthews in the tournament, and was it Friday night, I guess they had a little ceremony for him. He was one that could do that from the left-hand side. They tried to throw him outside, and it wasn't outside enough, and he could just reach that bat over and crush it out of the park. So don't make them pitch you way outside, so you know it. Sophia, you played with Emily last year.
I did.
And for Coach Laney. You have any questions before we head out?
I have a question for Emily. So what is your mindset like when they intentionally walk you? Like, what goes through your head? Like, do you get aggravated or what?
I do get kind of upset because I do like to hit the ball, but I agree with Coach Laney. It is a respect thing, and it makes me feel good about myself and all that I've accomplished. And, I mean, I don't know.
It is. It is frustrating, but like you said, that's the best way you can handle it, because you got to be up there and ready to go. Because as soon as you think they're going to walk you, they might slide one in, you know.
But I do know that the girl behind me's got my back, and she's going to hit me in. So, I mean, I'm on base, so that's another run we can score.
That's
for the
right.
person behind me.
Well, and that's the big thing too. You always try to protect, you know, the players. LSU does it with Tommy White. They did it with Dylan Cruz, you know, trying to protect those guys in front. So they're forced to kind of pitch to you as well. Well, look, thank you for coming up. Congratulations on your senior year and the career that you've had so far. Last question, what do you want to do after your high school career is over?
With softball?
Softball or college, or what are you going to pursue?
So I'm going to UL in the fall, and I'm going to major in nursing. I've decided to end my softball career after this. I want to leave loving the game. I do plan on hopefully coaching in the future, because this love, like, I have so much love for this game, and it's taught me a lot. So, yeah, I just want to spread that.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Coach Schmidt. We'll see you in the future as you come up and talk with us. And we'll see you on the diamond. Hopefully we can get out there and start calling these games for you at 446. We're going to be back with more Around the Diamond when we come back right after these messages. We're live at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come join us. There's still 30 minutes left with the baseball team. And Sophia's going to be back with a special segment on the Shamrock Fest to split the difference. I'm Tom Boucher, and this is Around the Diamond on 446 Sports.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do. I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear. Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family. For all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Menard, and I have Mr. Tom with me, and who else?
Olivia DeRosa.
Okay.
Mallory Hayward.
Okay, and what is y'all's position in the Shamrock and Fest? Because that's what we're going to be talking about this week.
So we are the Shamrock and Chairs. We've started putting this event on.
Okay. Yeah?
Co-chairs with Olivia.
Okay, and so what does it look like to put the Shamrock and Fest on?
Oh, it looks like a lot. It's, we started planning last year after the last event ended. Just, getting the place together, getting the word out there, opening it up to the community, and just trying to get people to come.
Okay, so what is the Shamrock and Fest? Tell me from...
The Shamrock and Fest, basically just a big party, but also a fundraiser for a really good cause for technology for Menard.
Okay.
We have mixology teams where you can sample different drinks. We have Def Jam as our band, so dancing. We have it all catered. We also have a little poker room.
Yeah, little blackjack's going to be going on in case you're not into dancing. And
that sounds like a lot of fun. So the mixology teams, what does that look like? Or how would one become a mixologist?
So if you are interested in becoming a mixologist team, you can just give us a call, email, and we can set you up on a team. So it's a team of 4 to 6 people. You come up with your favorite drink, and you're going to serve it in little test.
Little sample cups.
Yeah, samples. Yeah, samples.
Like a shot glass?
Like a little shot glass.
Yeah, like a little shot glass. Yeah, and we're going to have a little competition on who has the best drink, and we will have a couple of judges there.
So yeah, best drink, best costume, best table decorations.
costumes.
There's other ways you can win different prizes with the teams.
Okay, so who was the mixologist team that won last year? Do we know?
It was David Perkins.
Oh, Coach Perkins.
Yes.
Coach
Coach
Perkins.
Perkins.
That's
On last year.
Was it some kind of football-themed drink, or the name? Did they name it? Did they name their drink?
They do name their drinks. You'd have to ask him the name, but I think they had football decorations.
The
Yeah,
perk,
they did
the
have
perk
football.
up. The perk up.
No, I think it was called QB Sneak.
Oh, there
I
you
think
go.
that is what their drink was called.
that's
Because I
right.
remember
That
I was,
makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was the QB Sneak, but they did end up winning. That's funny.
That means it was an old drink. When
You think so?
he was the QB.
Oh, no. Well aged.
Yes, yes,
It
yes.
was definitely well aged, yes.
Good.
But he's sitting out this year to give everybody else a chance, I guess.
Oh, wow. Okay, so who's on y'all's radar for mixology?
Let's see. We've got a couple of new teams that came in. Right now, top is the Pinches Be Crazy. They are coming in at 4,500. Yeah, so far. So that's pretty impressive. Then we have Old Guys Road Trip. They're a little bit behind them, and then we have Willowick Click coming in third.
Okay, so how's the money work? Like you said, some was at 4,500. How does that work?
So you can purchase your table or your ticket and assign it to a drink team. And then also, whenever we are at the pub crawl at the event, you will tip in order to help raise money for that team. And then the team that
has the
highest money, yes, will win one
the
of the
most
categories.
donations and stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
So your pub crawl is inside the
riverfront.
Center.
Yes, inside the riverfront
Just
center.
a different station.
Correct. Yes, we're going to be kind of spread out around the outside of the riverfront center.
Oh yeah, okay. That hallway.
No, I'm sorry, inside, but around the
Outskirts.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Against the walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, how would people purchase a ticket or where for?
You can purchase tickets at givebutter.com/HSMFest. I
Okay.
know it's a mouthful. We've got it on the website. We have it all over Facebook. That's the easiest way to purchase tickets or a table. You can also get them at the door the day of the event.
Okay, it's 21, I'm guessing.
21 and older.
Yes, won't be seeing y'all there.
Give Butter.
GIVEBUTTER.com.
/ HSM Fest.
Where does the name Give Butter come from?
That's just our platform that we're using to kind of streamline everything.
Okay.
Yeah, so just a fundraising platform.
Okay, and we never mentioned this. When is the Shamrock and Fest this year?
It is March 9th, this Saturday.
That's coming up.
It is coming up.
Get your tickets.
So get your tickets, get your tables. Yep.
All right.
And remember, it's costumes too, right? Everybody's encouraged to wear some kind of shamrock
festive
costume.
shamrocking attire, yes. Festive St. Patrick's Day attire, however you want to go.
Do y'all have your costumes picked out?
I do not yet.
I've got mine. I'm ready to go.
Sounds like a lot of fun. And this is the second year for it?
It's our third year, actually.
Okay.
Yep, third year. Yes, and it is open to the community. It's not just for HSM parents. We would like anybody and everybody to come celebrate St. Patrick's Day with us.
Well, perfect. That's a great donation and great program for Menard. We're going to close it out for What's Up HSM. You can get your tickets for the Shamrock and Fest this Saturday at givebutter.com/HSMFest.
That's right.
That's right.
And we'll see y'all next time. Go Bob.
Oh my gosh. You did great. That was awesome.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, The trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
This month, as we gather with the ones we love, let's take a moment to give thanks for the blessings in our lives. When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust those who care about your family as much as you do.
I'm Jason Hawk, your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm here to help you protect what you hold dear.
Whether auto, home, or life, have peace of mind knowing that your family is covered today, tomorrow, and for years to come. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect what matters most.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We have a change of pace here. Now we're going to move on to baseball around the diamond with Coach Jordan Marks. And Coach, what a difference a week makes, man. That was a great week you've had. So we'll start with the Barb game, probably the lowest part of it, but we'll get past that one pretty quick.
So Tuesday we played Barb at Barb. I thought we played a well game. We had two costly errors that ended up being unearned runs, but Gavin Hilton came in and threw a really, really well game for his first start of the year. Wind was a little tricky that night. I thought we barreled some balls that had a shot at getting over some outfielders, but the wind, kind of held up with the wind. All in all, we battled the whole game. Ended up dropping that one 2-0. But Barb's a good team. I mean, everybody knows that. And like I said last week, we schedule early to get these guys battle tested. So.
Yeah, and then we move on to the first annual Terry Matthews Memorial Tournament. And Thursday night was the first round, and you had the second game of that. And man, what a game it was. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that game?
So that game went 9 innings. Everybody got free baseball that night. Cohen LaRue pitched that game. He threw 8 innings and kept it around 90 pitches. Threw 8. Mike Henry came in and threw the 9th, and then the bottom of the 9th. Got some runners on and ended up hitting a ground ball up the middle and scoring a run. Very much needed. First win of the year. From there, I thought we had a good weekend.
Yeah, that one was against Alexandria Senior High, and it was a 2-1 victory. And like Danny and I were talking about on the broadcast, Cohen unfortunately got the no decision. But Danny, why don't you talk about Cohen's pitch in that game?
So we, obviously it was huge for you. Not in a couple aspects is that he kept you in the game. He was efficient and was able to stay in the game and not allowed you to save some arms. Even with Michael coming in, only having to throw that one inning and getting the win. That was just a huge benefit to have Cohen go as deep as he did and as efficient and effective as he was.
Absolutely. First game of 3 games that weekend, and you want your starting pitcher to go to the distance to save some arms for the bullpen later on, and we ended up having to go to the bullpen later on that, in the tournament. So I agree with you. He did an outstanding job.
And I think one thing that you did for the most part this weekend is we'll get to the other games, but even in that game is you limited the walks.
Right.
And that was on his efficiency, but you didn't give free bases to anybody as much this weekend as we have in the last week. So
no doubt. With our veteran pitching staff and even some young guys coming in, but all in all, we picked out 4 main starters. You got Gavin, you got Cohen, you got Cooper Scott, and Mike Henry, and all those guys are seniors, and they pound the zone. They know how to, throw efficiently to where walks don't hurt us or get late and their pitch count, get their pitch count up and this and that. So all 4 of those guys threw really well this week.
Yeah, so we move on from that great victory against Alexandria Senior High 2-1 on Thursday night, and you have a doubleheader on Saturday, and you win the first game against Buckeye 6-2, and once again you had a great outing by Michael Henry. So let's talk about the Buckeye game.
So Coach Stewart Morgan was an assistant over here at Menard a few years ago. College teammate of mine. Got a lot of respect for Coach Stewart and that program. I think they won 25 games last year, which might have been the most in Buckeye history.
Wow.
And I don't think they lost many guys, if any. And so they're a good squad. They've won some games this year. They're going to continue to win some games. I think the Ash game kind of catapulted us into a little bit more confidence, and we swung the bat a lot better that game. And Buckeyes a scrappy squad, and we play them again the last game of the season. So I was glad our guys jumped on top of them early and kind of kept the momentum in our favor.
And Danny, you talk about the bounce back from Thursday night that the top of the lineup had.
Well, yeah, so we looked at the books, and I wasn't sure if you were aware. And your 1 through 7 hitters on Thursday night went 0 for 22.
Oh my gosh.
Your 1 through 7 hitters or 1 through 5 hitters that it had a much better day on Saturday. I didn't bring it up today, but the stats with me and what they did. But obviously I think each one of them collected hits 1 through 5 in pretty much both games against Buckeye and Pineville.
No doubt, and we talked about that after the last game on Saturday. You know, those guys are at the top of the lineup for a reason. Cooper said it early in the year. You know, their timing. They're still trying to get their timing down and reading pitches and getting pitches in hitters' counts, and when you get them, you know, do damage with them, and they're coming along.
And then the Pineville game, which rounded out the sweep of the weekend for us, and that was an exciting game. that was fun to watch. And give us a rundown on the Pineville game.
So Cooper threw that game threw really well. We got exactly what we tend to get from him. He fills up the strike zone and throws a lot of strikes. Pineville swung the bat well. I thought they hit fastballs. We ended up having to go through throwing a lot more sliders and you know, in fastball counts and fastballs and slider counts to kind of keep them off guard. But offense showed up. You know, I don't know exactly how many hits we had, but we scored 10 runs. We swung the bat well. Case Butterfield hit a home run that night.
And we learned that was his first ever.
First home run. And he was excited. The team got behind him, and we celebrated that after he hit it. And it was just all in all, you know, a good offensive performance for us.
And his mom has done a wonderful job keeping me up to date with photos and stuff on Facebook. And I asked her for video because she's also the one that was able to give me the video of Carter's home run against St. Louis. And she apologized because she was so excited. She stopped her video when he rounded second. so she came, you know, she was able to get some from some other people, and we'll get that posted as well. But you know, a lot of fun that day. Tell you what, Coach, let's talk about the two seniors you're gonna bring on, and then the third segment we'll come back and talk about the night that we had Thursday night with your friends and former teammates and everything with Terry. Because the last segment we'll have more time talking about it. But
sure.
let's talk about Gavin and Ben coming up here in a second.
So Gavin and Ben, they're both leaders on this squad. They're both multiple-year starters. Gavin's been playing middle infield for us for 2 or 3 years now, and Ben's been our catcher for 3 straight years. Ben's really good behind the dish, and I'm sure everybody that watches the game thinks the same. He's not afraid to take chances. Y'all saw, I don't know if it was Buckeye or Pineville lay a bunt down, and he comes out of the hole. He did that against Bard, too. They laid a bunt down. He comes out of the hole, throws the ball to second base. We get the leading runner. Yeah. He's not scared to make plays, and neither is Gavin. Gavin plays fast. He plays hard. A term that Coach Robichaux from UL that I sometimes use is, you know, those guys play with their hair on fire. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, we were watching the video. I'm sorry, Dan. We were watching the video of Ben, you know, coming up out of the hole and throwing the guy, and everybody, and it's on the first base side. Everybody saying 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. He had none of it. So, Danny, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Fine. I didn't know if we was cutting to them or.
But that's got about 30 seconds. Dan.
Okay. Yeah. No. And that's what I told Nick whenever I said. When he come up and made that throw, I said, that's somebody that's got confidence in their ability.
No doubt.
That's probably not the play 8 out of 10 catchers make, and probably coaches don't want them to make. but he had the confidence and ability to do it, and he did it. So
no doubt. These guys play better when they're not pressed or they go out there and they play loose.
Yeah.
And so I let them make them kind of decisions at times, and if it's the wrong decision, we'll talk about it after the fact.
That's right. So we're gonna have the seniors come. We're gonna have Ben Wade and Gavin Hilton come back after the break. You're watching Around the Diamond with Coach Jordan Marks on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're joined by two seniors here, which is going to be the common theme for this show because you guys only have 14 of them. So right to my immediate left here is Ben Wade, and then next to Danny is Gavin Hilton. Ben's the catcher for your Eagles, and Gavin plays shortstop and also pitches and does a really good job for him. All right. So last week, the question I asked was favorite food. If you had one meal, I don't want a place. Last week we had a place, okay? I want, what is your favorite food on the spot? Favorite food, Ben?
Grilled chicken sandwich.
Grilled chicken sandwich. Okay. That's a little bit better.
That's easy.
A little bit better than what we got last week as far as the but creativity. Man, these guys aren't very creative, Danny, but that's all right. All right, Gavin, favorite food?
I have like two.
No, that's fine. Tell us.
I like lamb chops.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
And I can eat some like grilled trout.
Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about. Last week, Drake was Wingstop.
Oh, that makes sense though.
I know it does, but Cohen's I'm talking about you have one meal, guys. I mean, one food to eat. But no, that's great. Glad to hear. All right. So favorite. I know y'all. Play more sports than one, but favorite baseball memory at Menard so far, Ben?
When we walked off Rose Pine last year, 11-inning game, and Carter Marcantel hit one over the head of a guy, and we walked it off and just rushed the field. And you get chills from that every single time you watch it.
Excellent. How about you, Gavin?
Sulphur.
Sulphur?
Yeah.
Just being there, or was there one particular moment, or just being there?
Just being there.
Just being there. So, hey, that's four different players, four different good memories. So, Danny?
So, can you hear me?
Hey, turn.
Hey, all right, there we are. So, Ben, what you walk up song?
Unwritten.
Why?
Really? I mean, to be honest with you, it's a good song. I mean,
Okay.
like everybody sings along with me.
All right.
I'm telling you.
Walk up song.
Hey, baby.
Just because?
Well, I mean, last year we played Sam Houston.
Okay.
And there was just one player that had it, and I've never heard it, and I liked it, and I said I was going to do it this year.
All right. So, Ben, I'm not going to get really into baseball, but maybe you're a catcher. What do you prefer? You prefer throw somebody at second base or do the back pick at first base?
I'm known for the back picks. Big time from everybody in Central Louisiana. But definitely throwing somebody out at second. I haven't got one yet this year. I've gotten 2 or 3 back picks, someone at third, but nobody at second. But I can't wait till I get one, though.
So do you and Drake, on those back picks, y'all got a communication that you're going? You don't have to tell me what.
You can know. I mean, it changes up every single week. And we just do something crazy and just think of something crazy, yeah.
All right. So, fellow shortstop here, you prefer to make a play in the hole or you prefer to go to your left?
Left. I like forehands. They feel smoother.
So you like making that throw across your body like that? Okay. All right. Go ahead, Nick.
All right. So with the turf, Ben, easier to block. Easier to block stuff?
10 times.
10 times. Okay. All right. That was a question.
Dirt's a 50-50. If it's good dirt, it feels like the turf, but bad dirt, you don't want to be there.
I think we talked about that with both, and it would apply to both of them. We can notice that you've done a lot of practice on the turf, because some of those balls that I thought you would have played different, but you played it just right. And same thing with you, the skip or the hop. It's 2 different things in dirt or grass. So both of you can tell you practiced a lot out there. I think there was a little soft liner that went up the middle. And I would say, well, I probably wouldn't got it on a short hop, but you played it perfect and let it take a high bounce. And
you just got to read, like on the turf, it's so much easier to read the hop and get used to it.
Yeah. All right, what about running bases? I know it's probably faster, but what about sliding into the turf?
I don't run bases, so I can't give y'all an answer there.
Okay, all right, Ben. If you get a hit, if you happen to get a double, okay, you prefer sliding in the dirt or sliding in the turf?
I like the turf when it's wet.
Oh, okay.
It's fun to slide.
Makes sense.
So what about you, Gavin?
I like the turf, but because kind of. But if it's like worn out turf, it hurts. But like our turf is good. But if it's like hard dirt, I hate hard dirt. It's not that good.
Hey, when I played at Bringhurst, they came up with something that was kind of like to keep the field dry, to absorb the dirt, and it was permanent out there, and it had the little rocks in it, so that was kind of rough. All right, future, and it doesn't, not necessarily playing future. If you are going to play in the future, let us know. If not, what's your options been?
So I'm moving to California to play.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to a JUCO in California, Southern California, and I'll be there for 2 years. And then after that, I don't know yet.
Are you bringing Steve and Donna? And
I'm not bringing Steve
Craig
and Donna.
And Brenda? No?
I'm moving out there by myself with I met roommates and everything.
Okay.
So,
I tell you what, this show or this broadcast, and I have 2 new Facebook friends between your Uncle Craig and your Aunt Brenda. So good to hear from them. Gavin, what about you for your future? Undecided yet, or?
I kind of decided. I'm just going to go to UL and go for kinesiology and try to just work my way there and just see what I get. I try to get my own practice in it.
Okay. So you want to? So you're not looking at teaching and coaching. You're looking at like having just what type when you say your own practice? So you said your own practice?
What field?
Yeah, what field?
Chiropractor.
Oh, chiropractor.
I'm on the same page as well.
Okay.
We talked about opening something together one day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Trying to move to Colorado.
Trying to move to Colorado.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my business card by the end of the season, and when you guys get there, hopefully we'll be able to have an inside connection for chiropractic.
So good weekend, or good week from last week. Obviously went to Barb. Didn't get the result, but that's a great team. So nothing to hang your head about on that. And you pitched that game, right? I heard Coach Marks was talking about how well you pitched. But obviously we was there for Thursday and Saturday. Big win over rivals, local rivals. Right. It was a gut-wrenching Thursday night game.
Yeah.
I thought you had a great game. Well, great week behind the plate. I don't know if you even had a pass ball.
I've had one. It still sticks in my head every day.
I couldn't remember, but I thought you kept your pitchers in check for. And then I talked to Coach March. You called the game. He let you call the game.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
I've been doing this since last year.
That's nice. That's a lost art among players. But it's good to do because it's good going into the future. Where you're going to play at the next level. Big hit from you in that game, right? In the ninth?
Ash.
Yeah. You had to hit. You and Nate.
Yeah, me and
had
Nate.
Back-to-back singles that kept the inning alive and turned the lineup over. Thought you had a great weekend at shortstop. Made some plays that you made look routine. Then we went into Saturday, Buckeye, and I think everybody hit the ball
Right, yeah.
Saturday. That had to be fun, getting back into it. I mean, we had kind of struggled coming up into that offensively. Y'all played defensively fairly well and played and pitched pretty well. But I think Saturday y'all finally put the bats together along with your defense and pitching. So you want to talk about Saturday
hitting wise?
Yeah.
I don't really know if I got what Case got. I got the old you hit it to somebody and somebody catches it. And but I'm proud of Case actually. Got his first home run.
That's what we yeah.
And we told him that he said just hit a home run. You won't have to worry about somebody catching it. And but now I'm starting to get the virus, I guess.
Yeah.
But it'll come around.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it was better than it was this past weekend. We talked about you guys were a little more aggressive than what we had saw from the week before.
Right.
You fouled off a lot of pitches. You went into a lot of bats with good approaches. So yeah, we noticed that from out there that you guys had come in with a different approach.
Right.
So, what about you for the weekend? How'd you feel Saturday hitting the ball?
I think we did good. Like, we kind of, our approach hasn't been the best, but Coach Jordan got on us after the Buckeye game.
Oh, yeah.
And he told us that if we didn't hit the ball against Pineville, it was going to be bad. We had to rerun it. So
well, at least he's maybe in a better mood this week.
He's in a lot better mood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. First part of the show definitely started out better. So sorry, Gavin.
No, go ahead.
And then, like, the Pineville game, I almost hit y'all. I was trying to hit y'all against Pineville.
Bring it on, man.
I hit the weight room a little bit more, but I was trying to get y'all, but it's close.
Yeah, as long as coach is okay with it, man, y'all hit it our direction. We'll have it on camera and hopefully get your names right and everything. But no, guys, thanks. You've been great. We appreciate you all allowing us to do this and be a part of the season for y'all. And you guys have been nothing but welcome. So thanks again, and I look forward to this week.
So thank you all.
No problem. Thank you. You're watching Around the Diamond with Coach Jordan Marks on 446 Sports.
Hi, I'm Kimberly Harrell, Certified Residential Appraiser. I am currently a leading provider of appraisal services for mortgage lending, employee relocation, estate planning, and community property settlements. My experience in real estate over the past 13 years and currently serving as president of the Greater Central Louisiana Realtors Association has given me a clear understanding of the real estate world and the ever-changing market we live in today. For any of your valuation needs, give me, Kimberly Harrell, a call.
At Certified Transmission, you can count on our certified mechanics with over 35 years experience to get your vehicle fixed right and get you back on the road.
Got transmission problems? Go where you know. Certified Transmission.
Time for our red, white, and cool summer event at Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Right now, you can save on a new energy saving system. No money down, 0% interest, and no payments till June 2024. Call Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing or visit us online.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're now joined again by Coach Jordan Marks and Drew Scully, who's the assistant coach for your Eagles. And, of course, he's Danny Clear. I'm Nick McNano. Appreciate you guys watching Around the Diamond with Coach Marks. So, Jordan, let's talk about this week. Okay, a little bit about this week, and of course you can have Coach Scully talk about some of it as well. Start out Tuesday with Niagara Central.
Tuesday with Niagara Central, 5A program. I think they're ranked number 1 in the state right now. I think they're 8-0. Quality ball club. Coach Kaufman over there does a good job. Me and him coach this summer an all-star team, the Louisiana all-star team together, and so we got to know each other and say, hey man, we need to play. We hadn't played y'all in a couple of years. Again, a tough game. It's at home Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. Then we got Lutcher in the Red River Classic. It's a tournament between we're a host, Ash is a host. We're a host, Pineville's a host, and so is Tioga. We call it the Red River Classic. We got Lutcher coming to town on Thursday night. Obviously, they're a quality ball club. Coach, how many arms do they have that throw upper 80s, low 90s?
I think about 3. I think they got 3 guys throwing 90, 2 LSU commits and 1 Southeastern, I believe.
So,
yeah. And Natchitoches Central, if I'm not mistaken, do they have an Alabama commit? Or?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think they have one of those guys, one of those studs.
So you may see 4 commits this week.
4 college arms. I hope not. But then we have Weston on Friday, and we ended on Saturday with Iowa, which Coach Scully was a part of Iowa's staff last year, and they won a state championship.
Oh, wow.
So.
No ring?
Oh, he's got it.
It's in the case at home, man.
Oh, my gosh.
So yeah, a tough week, but everything's at home, so we're hoping, to play in front of a home crowd, and we have some home field advantage and stuff like that. So,
well, that's great information. Some of his teammates were in the booth with us on Thursday night, okay, and it didn't take long for one of them to bring out the ring, okay. But guess what? I mean, that was 2007, so that's been a few years. So is that what it is? It's just so new for you, Drew, that you just. It's just not cool, man, or what?
No, it was such an honor and a privilege to win down there and have that moment and just watch those kids soak that all up in. And, you watch these guys go throughout the whole offseason, throughout the season. It's such a grind that everybody talks about to get to that opportunity, get that chance. And, some of their stories, I'll keep going back to the first baseman we had. He had got cut from Sam Houston the year before. Kid came over to Iowa, earned an opportunity to start, and ended up winning a state championship. So stuff like that is pretty cool. My first one I'm going to keep in a case.
I got you.
Hopefully we get this one, and I'll wear this one around.
Yeah, and, it probably worked out well for him because last I saw Sam Houston, they got beat out, didn't they?
They got beat in the semis.
Yeah, so all right, Coach, Coach Jordan, let's talk about Thursday night. I mean, and I'm going to encourage anybody who's watching this and to go back to Thursday night and just watch, and if anything, just watch the post game whenever Coach Jordan and his buddies were just cutting up.
Well, look, no, I'm going to say this. You can turn the sound off to watch the game.
Yeah.
And then start it over, and turn the video off and listen to the commentary.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole game, they were up there just chopping it up. But go ahead, Coach. Talk about the guys and the tournament itself, what it was for.
It was very special. Terry meant a lot to me personally. Marcus, his son, he's like a younger brother to me. Miss Emily, his wife, was a second mom to me. I mean, that family was just so close to me, and for us to put on something like that at Menard, which is, Terry's alma mater, and Marcus's, all the kids went to Menard. Appreciate you guys doing that, Nick and Danny. I mean, it wouldn't have happened if you guys weren't involved. And all those guys coming back, we told stories late at night after the game in the press box, all on a mic. I mean, that was just a special moment. I saw a lot of past alumni there supporting the family, and just honored to do it, honored to be a part of it.
Hey, Drew, we learned that night that Coach Jordan, he'll pull down any poison ivy you want for $30 an hour.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That was just one of the stories. It was just amazing. Evan, the catcher, was talking about. He asked Coach. He said, "Man, who tamped? What do they do now? You don't have to tamp."
You don't have to tap the mound or the plate or anything. We got turf. So I said, well, we pick grass and clean the clubhouse.
Coach Jordan's a big point guy now. He's all about going over there and taking that over there. So.
And then he asked you about a water hose, and you said, "We don't even have a water hose." So yeah, no, that was.
We heard he walked off a home run derby in flip flops, and took his one swing and left.
Yeah, so it was great to hear. And Marcus's first pitch, I mean, it was very good. And had Lloyd Courtney on. We had Evan Soche, and we had Cole Vanderlick, and then Coach Julio came in, and man, worked at Tom, our own Tom Boucher from 446, told the story. He said his coach, I don't know if you heard it, his coach in junior high, or like 13U, they pitched a fastball. Tom was the catcher. They pitched a fastball. Terry knocked it out. Wow. Okay. Next time Terry comes up, Coach gives him a fastball like outside, and Tom's like, shaking him off. No. And he said, fastball. Tom's like, no. So he calls Tom out. He says, what are you doing? He said, Coach, he said, that last one hadn't landed yet. He said, if he puts it in his spot, do it. So he said, all right, Coach. And Tom told us that the second one still hadn't landed. But no, it was great. Like I said, and you thanked us. Chuck Perkins here, our executive producer, with the extra camera and the what we to make it a remote camera there. Doug Gann, our founder, allowing us to do that. It's been, man, that was a 3.5-hour broadcast.
I know that was long.
And look, it felt like 30 minutes. I mean, it was so much fun, but it's a testament to what you guys are. That's what they kept saying. They kept talking about but they were also talking about the future. Now, other than the turf and other than all that, they were talking about the baseball that you guys are producing right now, and that means a lot. They said it would have meant a lot to Terry, and you know that as well. So man, it's great that you've been able to do that. Drew, I noticed that on Saturday you made a couple visits to the mound. That were very successful. I was asking Coach Jordan, Danny and I were talking about in the broadcast, it seemed like, especially in the scrimmages and now that about the 4th or 5th inning, y'all switch out.
It's all about TV time, Coaches have a good rotation going on when things go the right way, and when you need to steal a run, you send Austin Thiels out to first base, and when you need to calm down a pitcher, you just got to rotate it off knowing the pitcher. So we have a lot of fun out there in the coach's box. So
excellent. I'm going to try to take him off his high horse for a second, though. All right, so he won the state championship last year. Yep. He had 2 good, mound visits, but I heard that you lost fungo golf.
I don't even play. I do all the work around the field. Those guys
I did. I mean, Coach Turney, he's just a monster. Yeah. He's a man among men. I mean, you see that guy coming from the left side with that fungo, just trouble's brewing,
Explain to me now, too. A metal fungo is not that's not real.
Absolutely. If you see a coach with a metal fungo, just know you're about to win the ball game by 4 runs. So.
Hey, this is on camera.
That's what we used to. When I used to play a lot of softball, that's what we used to say when you saw the girlfriends or wives in the stands.
Absolutely.
You was about to torch that team because they're not staying all day.
That's right.
I'm glad you brought softball up, Danny. You were looking at back-to-back Church League softball champions 20 years ago.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Back to back. He held down shortstop. I was left field. Leadoff batter, number 3 batter. But hey, no, and that's the things that you guys hopefully we'll get to do. But I know you're focused on your baseball right now. Is there anything you want to say to the Matthews family, their parents, before we wrap up the show?
No, of course, thank the Matthews family for, I think they had a daughter living I know they have a daughter living in California, one living in Ohio. Those girls flew down that day to come to that ceremony. Appreciate the family for everything they've done and still do for Menard. And anybody watching the show, please come out and see us. We got 4 good home games this week, and guys are starting to play well, starting to figure some things out, and hopefully we can get ready for district come 2 weeks from now.
Excellent, Coach. We appreciate it. He's Coach Jordan Marks, Coach Drew Scully, Danny Clear. I'm Nick Magnano. Thank you for joining us for Around the Diamond with Coach Marks on 446 Sports. Have a good evening, and Lord bless you.